Hi seniors, I am Mrs. Rossi and I am one of your class council advisors this year. Welcome to your first senior meeting. This presentation is going to be very important because it has a lot of information about the end of the year, which will be here before you know it, as well as graduation. So one thing that's going to be really important is for you guys to make sure you're getting all of this information. We do our best to put it on our website in the e-news and on social media, but one of the best ways to stay connected is making sure you're signed up for our Remind. So below are all the options depending on your last name. Please make sure if you're not signed up, you get signed up. And this is all on our senior website as well. So we're doing our best to have senior events for you guys. Now that we're in phase 2, that's awesome and allows a little bit more options for us. We're trying to do our best to give you the traditional high school experience for your senior year, although it's obviously different because of COVID. So as COVID restrictions are changing, these are the current dates and plans of a bunch of different events throughout the rest of the semester, most of them pertaining to the end of the year. And we'll adjust them and update them for you and your families depending on COVID restrictions. So the first one is not in person, it's a virtual game night. We had one like a month or two ago. We did a vote, don't know if you voted or not, but the votes were casted and you voted for Among Us, if you voted. So we're going to have another Among Us game night. The last one was super fun. We had a few breakout rooms and we switched them up every now and then. If you are interested in having a virtual game night with us, please sign up via the Microsoft form. This can be found on the senior website. It'll be on March 30th at 7:30 p.m. and a Zoom link will be sent to you the day of the event. So if you want to have a little virtual hangout, join us. The senior class council is also working on like a little senior hype video just to recap this crazy year you guys have had. So if you have any videos or TikToks or whatever, clips, memories, photos even from this year, we'd love for you to contribute to this video. The senior website is going to have a section set aside for this with more instructions, but we'd love for you to help us make this video. Regarding graduation, the first big date is March 31st. So this is going to be your cap and gown pickup. We're going to have a social distance pickup at Skyline on March 31st from 12 to 3 p.m. The time slots are going to be based on your last name. You'll be picking up your caps, your gowns, your GPA service, ASB stoles, etc., and your graduation announcements. The recommended pickup windows to reduce traffic is right here on the screen, and please don't forget to wear a mask. At this point, we're probably used to it, but you never know. All right, I'm sure you guys saw this coming. Unfortunately, prom is not going to be happening at Bell Harbor. Due to COVID restrictions, it's just not in the cards. We are doing our best, the Senior Class Council and the Graduation Committee, at finding alternative senior events that meet COVID restrictions. And hopefully by our next senior meeting, we will have something set in stone for you guys. But as of now, there will not be a formal prom. Sorry to finally have to say it. However, we are working really hard to have in-person graduation and graduation events. So in June, it's a busy month for you guys. You're going to have senior finals the 3rd through the 8th. The week of graduation, we're going to try to have a senior breakfast. You will have a yearbook pickup, a teacher farewell tunnel, and all this will be on campus. So we're going to be inviting you. There'll be more details to come and might change based on COVID restrictions. But possible activities are going to include grab-and-go breakfast, a senior slideshow, decorating your vehicles, a farewell tunnel from the staff. Don't know if you remember us clapping you guys in your first day of school, but we did that. But more specific information is going to come as the Senior Class Council plans these events and COVID restrictions change. On June 9th, we're going to have a virtual Senior Awards Assembly. This is normally the morning of graduation, but now it's going to be June 9th. And then on June 10th, we're going to have textbook return, pick up your awards, and graduation tickets. So watch the live stream on June 9th so that you can see some performances and see if you got any awards. Then June 11th is graduation. I've been working really hard on this. and we're doing our best to make sure it's in person. So as CDC guidelines change, these in-person graduation ceremony guidelines are also likely going to change, hopefully in a good way and not be more restricted, but allow more opportunities. So as of now, your senior graduation is going to be a little micro graduation ceremony situation on campus. So we'll be on the football field, and students are going to be divided into small groups alphabetically, kind of like what you are doing for your pickup dates, but probably even more broken up. The group size is obviously going to vary because of COVID restrictions. Students will be given a limited number of guest tickets, and these numbers will be, again, based on COVID restrictions, so you might not be able to have your entire family, but it will be hopefully live streamed. Graduates and guests will arrive. You will be masked, and you need to be all dressed in your cap and gowns and show up to graduation. You'll be socially distanced on the field, and you'll wait for your name to get called. You're going to go across the stage, graduate, receive your diploma, because they get mailed to you, but you know what I mean. And then the ceremonies and speeches will be recorded for guests to view at home later, so you'll still have that opportunity. An opportunity will be provided to include photos in your graduation and your graduation gear and your decorated caps, in a graduation video that we'll put together for you guys who don't feel comfortable attending an in-person event, or if unfortunately we can't have an in-person event, but that's not going to happen, right? So for graduation, you guys have a grad speaker and a staff speaker, and you as a senior class nominate those people. So at the end of this video, you guys should click on the link. Obviously you can't click on this video link, but the link is going to be shared via email. It should be your school email. I think we're going to try to also do your personal email, remind, and it's going to be posted on the senior website. So you have until March 8th at 3 p.m. to nominate a grad speaker and staff speaker for graduation. So that is it. Please use the link to nominate. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me, rossi@issaquah.wednet.edu, or you can email Ms. Erfley or Mr. Phelan, and we will do our best to get back to you. Keep in mind, guys, I know it's a rough year. I promise you we're working really hard and trying our best with COVID restrictions and working with the district. And we really want this year to be as special as possible. If you guys have any ideas for virtual events, feel free to email me and I'll bring it up to the class council. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to vote.